Graduation is not the end, but just the beginning of a new journey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 72nd closing exercises through virtual ceremonies of Basing Elementary School with the theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic. To start with, let us give respect to our flag by singing our national anthem, to be followed by the opening prayer and the singing of our regional hymn, Pangasinan hymn, and our division hymn.
Bayang magiliw, dalas na silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titim mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tulad ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisigil, sa dagat at bulok, sa simula, sa langit mo mahal, malinag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang istak ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na naglilingin, ang bituing at araw na kailan pang may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw na iwan, ating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na kapay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from
Mountains and the rivers, to the plains and winding trails, to the shores where breezes linger, that's the place I love so well. It's the home of men who love her, men who died to keep us free, men who told no bad the weather, that anyone will never be. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest home by far to me. From her care I learn my lessons, in her veils I work and play. She has kept me safe and happy, as I live on day by day. Though to other lands I wander, as I search for wealth and fame, in my heart I will remember Region 1, beloved name. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh
we wrestle by far to be. Other lands I wander, as I search for wealth and fame. In my heart I will remember Region 1, beloved name. Region 1! Pangasinan binabi Daan mo dami aligwas Diuragod ko lawas Dan puso Pangasinan Agkanalingwanan Luyak kuya niya nagan Bedegdakan yaman mula kaya nung kasih maluri mapula sa ibang kakasakti na kay nalilig na labot ka na mabresika.
Let us keep going as we listen to the welcome remarks of our principal, Mr. Jason C. Iglesias.
Madam Ili S. Ubaldo, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, OIC of the Office of Schools Division Superintendent. Madam Sonia C. Adversalo, Public School District Supervisor of Lingayen 3, ang ating panauhing pandangal, mga magsisipagtapos, mga magulang, mga opisyalis ng PTA na pinamunuhan ni Sheila Kabugian, at mga teachers ng Basing Elementary School, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Mga magsisipagtapos, nababatid ko ang kasiyahan sa panonood ninyo sa virtual na graduation na ginagawa natin ngayon. Sa kabila ng pandemya, hindi ito hadlang para matapos ninyo ang ika-6 na baitag. Binabati ko kayong lahat. Ngunit, ito ay umpisa lamang ng inyong tagumpay. Kailangan nyo pang magpatuloy. Mga magulang, salamat sa tiyaga. Salamat sa walang sawang pagsubaybay sa inyong mga anak. Sa kabila ng pagbabago ng sistema ng ating edukasyon, kayo pa rin ay nakipagtulungan sa amin upang mapagtagumpayan ninyo ang edukasyon ng inyong mga anak. Kasama dyan ang mga teachers ng Basing Elementary School. Sa taong ito, ang tema natin ay kalidad ng edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Mamaya, ipapaliwanag sa atin ng ating panauhing pandangal ang tema sa taong ito. Kaya makinig tayo sa kanyang mensahe. Muli, magandang umaga. Madam Eli S. Ubaldo, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, OIC of the Office of Schools Division Superintendent, to be represented by Madam Sonia C. Adversalo, Public School District Supervisor of Lingayen 3. Madam, I have the honor to present to you our graduating class for school year 2020-2021. 43 boys and 34 girls with a total of 77. They are successfully completed the curriculum in elementary education given by the Department of Education. Ma'am, kindly accept them for confirmation.
Sir Jason C. Iglesias, Principal of Basing Elementary School, by the authority of the school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Eli S. Ubaldo, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Officer in Charge, Office of the School's Division Superintendent, and acting upon your recommendation that the 77 candidates for graduation have successfully completed all the requirements as prescribed by the Department of Education for Elementary. I, Sonia C. Adversalo, Public Schools District Supervisor, Lingayen 3, hereby confirm your graduation rights and declare you graduates of Basing Elementary School today, July 14, 2021. I, therefore, confer upon you all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations and God bless you.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survive and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Isang mapagpalang araw sa inyong lahat. Lubos ang aking kagalakan na makapagbigay ng mensahe sa inyo, mahal naming mga magulang, guro, punong guro, at higit sa lahat, sa inyo, ating mga completers at graduates mula sa kindergarten, grade 6, grade 10, grade 12, at sa ating learners from the alternative learning system na pumasa sa portfolio assessment. Ang tema ng ating end of school year rites ay kalidad ng edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Ang pandemyang dulot ng COVID-19 ang nag-udyok sa lahat ng educational leaders na gumawa ng mga tough choices sa gitna ng tanong, paano mapapangalagaan ang kaligtasan ng mga guro at paano maihahatid ang edukasyon sa mga mag-aaral. Ayon nga kay Secretary Briones, education must continue even in times of crisis. Sa pagtutulungan nga ng mga magulang, mag-aaral, kaguruan at stakeholders na itawid natin ang school year 2020-2021. Tunay ngang napakahalaga ng ating selebrasyon ngayong school year 2020-2021 because for the first time in history, the school and home have finally touched base together for a common aspiration. Nagpapatunay na malaki ang bahagi ng parental involvement sa academic achievement ng isang mag-aaral. As parents and teachers work together to address our children's needs, we're able to form a formidable team to combat ignorance and keep relevant values that every home and society cherish. Batid ko ang inyong mga pasakit at pinagdaanan, maitawid lamang ang inyong pag-aaral. Mental stress, dala ng independent learning, unstable internet connectivity, problema sa kahirapan ng buhay. Ngunit lahat ng ito ay napagtagumpayan ninyo. Ang inyong ipinakitang tibay ay kamangha-mangha. Ito ay nagpapakita ng katatagan ng ating mga mag-aaral. Lastly, gusto kong sabihin sa inyo, please appreciate your parents. To be a good father and mother requires that the parents defer many of their own needs and desires in favor of the needs of their children. You never know what sacrifices they went through for you. Respect your teachers. Teachers spend most of their nights planning, most of their mornings explaining, most of their afternoons correcting, most of their years encouraging, most of their lives stressing what matters most in life, and it's all for your future. So don't make their jobs more difficult. Congratulations to you, our precious children, parents, teachers, and school heads for continuously making the flames of education burn amidst the darkness of these times. Mabuhay!
Dr. Ellie S. Obaldo, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Officer in Charge, Office of the Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Criselda D. Ockham, Officer in Charge, Office of the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Diosdado I. Cayabyab, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, school heads, teachers, parents, stakeholders, and my dear graduating class of school year 2020-2021. A blessed day to everyone. Isang mapagpalang araw sa inyong lahat. Masantun agaw at kayong amin. My heartfelt greetings to the class of school year 2020-2021. My beloved learners and students, the world had changed. We are separated in ways we never knew or even experienced in a world that will never be the same. Graduation is important. It secures a generation's movement toward the future. Every learner, every student has the ability to change the future for the greater good. But never forget the heroes that guided you to where you are. The sacrifices of your teachers, despite in this situation, have given all their efforts and guidance to provide you with education, with hope. Your hardworking principals and school heads, they too have sacrificed enough for the sake of bringing hope to the future. Your parents and loved ones, they are the subject of your driving force. Thank them for the love and the support. All of these sacrifices are beyond measure, for they without fear face this enemy, this pandemic that have been a threat to life and education itself. Salutation to the class of 2020-2021. You are the key to our future, and you don't stand alone. The institution, DepEd, stands firm with you, for the department is elevating education through strengthening quality education amidst COVID-19 pandemic. For this endeavor does not rely on you alone. We will triumph against this pandemic. Together, we will never fail. For your future relies on us, and our future relies on you. Congratulations to the graduates of school year 2020-2021. Now is the time to move on to what is next. But you must not let anything deter you from taking those first steps. Recognize that there will be failures and acknowledge that they would be obstacles. You are the key. You are the future. Take everything that you have learned. Apply that in a meaningful and effective way as you embark on any journey ahead of you. Congratulations again. Mabuhay kayo, graduates, batch 2020-2021. My prayers go with you as always. Stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you all.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the candidate for graduation for the school year 2020-2021. And let us start with grade 6 Group A under the advisorship of Mrs. Annalyn B. Garcia. Abalos Emmanuel David L. Agan Joshua Alexis C. Bautista Jan Paul C. Bugarin Jeffrey N. Bugarin Jerry M. Kapitli Ian B. Castillo Timothy S. Ignacio Ferdinand D. Ignacio John Clay L. Lusadas John Cale. Ocado Brian James R. Orheda John Jiho. Paragas Jefferson V. Ramos Jervin R. Abalos Shinafe B. Aquino Pauline A. Castro Hart F. Cerezo Jayamil M. Cornesta Joanna Clawi C. Faustino Joanna Rose V. German Rizan M. Guarin Jasmine R. Ignacio Trisha May I. Manuel Shane G. Manuel Venus F. Prado Angel Riza A. Silva Stephanie U. Ursua Alyssa G. Grade 6 Group B under the advisorship of Mrs. Jocelyn M. Pascual. Aquino Mario C. Bebita James G. Kalimlim Aljur H. Kanyas J.R. A. De la Cruz Mark Kim A. Grafel Darrell S. Guarin Jesus Noah S. Manuel John Lloyd A. Mistiola J.R. G. Peralta Joaquin Dens A. Reyes John Russell P. Reyes Milbert D.V. Reyes Wilchin Hensen P. Sanchez Marvin Jr. P. Abalos Jacqueline C. Alcazar Rihina S. Aragona Rian Trixie P. Baltazar Gloryvic M. Basiwang Ivy Eureka R. De la Cruz Maria Carla Joy L. Fabia Gianna Ruiz P. Gabriel Nicole E. Marquez Micah B. Peralta Frances Mariana. Grade 6 Group C under the advisorship of Mrs. Alma Lavarias. Abalos John Mark M. Angeles Bert B. Banyes Arvin M. Kagawan John Patrick D. Kalimlim Aljon H. De la Cruz Arison C. Mangonon John Lloyd. Manuel Anjo P. Manuel Binulo Jr. M. Manuel James Anderson S. Manuel Jonathan A. Marquez Mark D. Utyong Jmar A. Paragas Jason M. Tugas John Lawrence. Abalos Rizalin J. Calaor Karil P. Kale Alicia May A. De la Cruz Mary Joy B. Utyong Mary Ann M. Paragas Janelle R. Perez Charis A. Pironce Sharon S. Pironce Tricia May C. Soriano Iris Caril C. Ladies and gentlemen, the cream of the crop of Basing Elementary School for the school year 2020-2021. Sheena Fe B. Abalos with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Freddy D. Abalos. Aquino Pauline A. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Richard B. Gaho. Castillo Timothy S. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Tirzo P. Castillo. German Rizan M. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Aris C. German. Guarin Jasmine R. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fermin D. Guarin. Ignacio Tricia May I. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ronald R. Ignacio.
Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Ikinagagalak kong pakilala sa inyo ang ating panauhing pandangal sa taong ito. Ang ating panauhing pandangal sa taong ito ay nagtapos sa elementarya sa Basing Elementary School sa taong 1976. Nagpatuloy siya sa kanyang pag-aaral at natapos niya ang high school noong 1983 sa Pangasinan National High School. Naniniwala siya na ang edukasyon ay susi ng tagumpay, kaya nagpatuloy siya sa kanyang pag-aaral at kumuha siya ng kursong edukasyon sa elementarya, EED, at nagtapos siya noong 1988 sa St. Columban's College. Napangasawa niya si Ginoong Marsilong Aquino at nagkaroon sila ng 3 anak. Sa ngayon ay nakatira sila sa Canada at naging matagumpay ang kanilang buhay kasama ang kanyang mga anak. Siya rin ay nagmamay-ari ng isang negosyo sa Canada. Mga kaibigan, taus-puso kong ipakilala sa inyo ang ating panauhing pandangal sa taong ito, Madam Josephine Josie Kakachan Aquino from Canada.
Thank you for the very kind introduction. Masanto siya agawad si kay namin. Una po sa lahat, ako po ay taos-pusong nagpapasalamat sa Diyos dahil bahagi po ako ng iyong special virtual celebration. I would also like to acknowledge Dr. Griselda Ocam, Officer in Charge, Office of the School Division Superintendent. Dr. Sonia Adversalo, Public School District Supervisor. Jason C. Iglesias, Principal 1, Basing Elementary School. Our teachers, PTE, President Janita de la Cruz, our barangay official, headed by our barangay captain. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Without your continued support, we would not be here today to celebrate the success of our graduate. To the teachers, you have done a tremendous job in enhancing the lives of your students through the education you have provided. These students now have better knowledge in which they can implement with their daily lives. To the students sitting here today, I would like to congratulate you on your success for getting to this position. Today, I have the privilege of speaking on the topic kalidad ng edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Despite last year's events of the COVID-19 pandemic, you were able to work through various challenges while continuing your education. You are now one of the very few individuals who can combat an inexperience that come your way despite a pandemic. Nowadays, we all are staying in our home due to the lockdown policy implemented by the government. However, learning should not stop. Different countries worldwide have introduced various answers during the pandemic to continue the education processes. The introduction of distance learning, these are online learning platforms such as Google's TV broadcast guidelines, resources, video lecture, and an online channel were introduced. It is vital to plan how school will be able to pursue their mission of implementing quality education to every student. A school is a public place where crowd is unavoidable and children are vulnerable in the higher of education institution. New normal would be virtual classroom and strengthened online platform and blended learning, such as but not limited to Google Classroom, Messenger, and Zoom. This transition to the new normal from the four corners of the classroom to the border of virtual reality. Every learning institution needs to study how successful online learning is in providing quality education and outcome-based education to students. In terms of teaching, teachers training to online instruction, and both parents, caregiver will also continue to a better understanding of how to help and support their child education using affordable, accessible technology. The coronavirus pandemic has caused many school graduation to be replaced with virtual, gaya ng ginagawa natin ngayon sa Zoom na lang tayo, and other alternative ceremonies. And so, the tradition of valedictorian and salutatorian addressing their classmates at this huge moment in their young lives is a little different this year. During this pandemic, I got to see the life happenings. What we can do is choose how we respond to it as we take this next step in life. Can be hard to imagine what life could look like as time progresses. The only certainty we have is that time goes on and the future will arrive. We can use the pandemic as an excuse for why we can move on in life. Or we can use it as a motivator to find our purpose. Huwag ninyong gawing dahilan ang kahirapan anumang pagsubok na dumarating sa ating buhay. Bagkus gawin niyo itong inspirasyon. Gawin niyo inspirasyon, pagsusuko. That I remember back then my tatay told me, education one of the best skill and title you can have to your name. And when time we're about to give up, alam niyo ginagawa ko, nagdadasal ako. Yan lagi ang turo ng aming nanay. God always hear us. Ask the Lord for His guidance. For whatever you do, sabi nga nila, libre ang mangarap. So high, be realistic, be fearless. Go after what you love. You are just 12 years old right now. And let me tell you that you have a long way to go. Dear friends, you and I will never know, but as long as you believe in what you are doing, you will be fine. As you take on new adventures in your academic journey, after this, you will go to high school and the college, graduate university, find dependable job. The world we live now is constantly changing. Not everything is set in stone. And our hobbies, our dreams, sometimes our friends, and many other aspects of our lives. They all change, but one thing remains the same in all this, and that is God. If we in Him, no matter what happens around us, we will always have the assurance of joy and peace, knowing that we have an eternal, unchanging Father who has our best intention in His plan for us. So to be ready in facing challenge, we must remember that whatever we do, we must seek in His first, in prayer, seek the advice of our parents and family, and do our personal best in whatever situation we are in, and you must be ready to face them. I hope that today mark the beginning of an incredible new journey for you. May you take courage and be excited for what in store ahead. Always remember that life is a big adventure, and we must hold steadfast into the Lord and enjoy the rides. And always remember, you can be whoever you want to be. Just put God first in everything you do, and He will direct you and crown your efforts with success. Graduate of Basing Elementary School, school year 2021. Congratulations and mabuhay kayong lahat. God bless us all. Thank you.
Good morning, distinguished guests of honor and speaker, Mrs. Josephine Kakachan Aquino, the District Supervisor of Lingayen 3 District, Dr. Sonia C. Agresano, the School Principal, Mr. Jason C. Iglesias, beloved teachers, supportive parents, friends, classmates, graduating class, batch 2021, and those watching us virtually. On behalf of the 77 graduates of Basing Elementary School, Lingayen, I would like to take this opportunity to give thanks to the parents and guardians who sacrificed themselves by giving their time and effort as parent facilitators in order that teaching learning process will be successful. Both in modular printed and modular digital, they always have time to get the module in school or download the lessons sent by teachers. Have time teaching the lesson, assisting us in the different performance tasks and preparing our needs just to finish the module. You're part of our achievements. Thank you very much, dear parents and our family members, for your support and love, especially to my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Trezo and Mel Castillo. Thank you, beloved principals and teachers, to no face-to-face classes you are still present virtually. always answering our queries, even beyond official time and even weekends. We provide updated module, monitor and find ways to reach us in social media and home visitation for those with lag and no gadget to be used. You adjust patiently your time for us in the distribution or retrieval of module and give consideration to those who fail to submit their outputs or activities on time. To the local government unit, PTA officers, and people with big heart, thank you for the support in our education. We provide tablet to some learners, donate coupon band and link of printer for the printing of module and share supplementary reading materials. Your support to our needs in studying is of great help to all of us. To my classmates and all of us who graduated this day, July 14, 2021, congratulations! Tayo ang pinakaunang batch ng blended learning sa bansa na kaya nating lahat ang mga pagsubok ng sa gitna ng pandemya at sana matapag pa tayo ng kakayanin natin ang mga susunod na hakbang patungong high school hanggang sa maabot ang ating pangarap. Mga mahal na magulang, hindi pa namin kayang mag-isa kung wala kayong susuporta sa aming pag-aaral. Hinihiling at inaasahan ko ang inyong patuloy na paggabay para sa aming tagumpay. Again, thank you very much, dear parents and teachers. God bless us all. Congratulations.
Magandang umaga po sa lahat. In behalf of Basing Elementary School Teaching Force, headed by the Principal 1, Mr. Jason C. Iglesias, being the President of the Teachers Association of Basing Elementary School, ako ay taus-pusong nagpapasalamat sa mga magulang at guardian na partner namin sa pagtuturo. Saludo po ako sa inyo at hindi kayo sumuko sa gitna ng pandemya. Maitawid lamang ang pag-aaral ng mga anak natin. Thank you very much. Salamat din sa mga PTA officers led by the President, Mrs. Sheila Caburian, Local Government Unit, Basing Community, and people with big heart for sharing your time in the delivery of learning materials, giving donations for educational needs of learners. I would like to thank also the school principal and my colleagues for a job well done for this school year 2020-2021. Sana sa susunod na pasukan, muli tayong sama-sama para sa kapakanan ng mga mag-aaral. Again, thank you very much to all the stakeholders and congratulations to all the graduates. God bless us all.